Hey, what's up guys? Derek Deschamps here for Exclusively PS, your source for all things PlayStation. Here's your PlayStation news for the week. Destiny 2 was officially revealed this week, and developer Bungie gave players their first glimpse of the game in a new cinematic trailer. In Destiny 2, players will fight to reclaim humanity's last safe city that was overrun by Gaul and the Red Legion. You will need to venture to the far reaches of the solar system to mysterious unexplored worlds to gather new weapons and abilities as you strive to reunite humanity's scattered heroes. Bungie has also announced many purchase options for the game, including a Collector's Edition, Limited Edition, and Digital Deluxe Edition, as well as 2 expansion passes, all of which will be available when the game launches on the PS4 on September 8, 2017. Call of Duty may be returning to its World War II roots, according to leaked promotional materials that surfaced this week. YouTube channel The Family Video Gamers were anonymously sent promotional materials and a steelbook design that showed World War II clothing, weapons, and scenery. Eurogamer has also collaborated the story, saying that their sources have confirmed that this year's Call of Duty will be called World War II. These leaks are also in line with statements made by Activision's COO, who said that this year's game will take Call of Duty back to its roots. Telltale Games announced this week that Guardians of the Galaxy Episode 1 will release for the PS4 on April 18, 2017. They also announced that the Guardians of the Galaxy's Seasons Pass will be available in North America on May 2nd and internationally on May 5th. Lastly, Telltale also announced that the Mad Titan Thanos will be featured in the game and released a new trailer to give players their first look at him in action. Watch for Guardians of the Galaxy Episode 1 coming to the PS4 on April 18, 2017. Respawn Entertainment announced this week that Titanfall 2 will receive a new free DLC drop called Colony Reborn on March 30th, 2017. The DLC will contain a new map called Colony that is set in a sleepy settler town that contains a dense center lined with narrow streets and interiors, while its rooftops are surrounded by open Titan lanes. The DLC will also contain a new versatile weapon called R101 that comes complete with an ACOG scope, as well as a new execution called Curb Check. If you haven't yet tried Titanfall 2, they also announced that starting today until April 3rd, there will be a free weekend that will feature full multiplayer access, as well as the training gauntlet and a single-player mission called The Beacon. After April 3rd, both the training gauntlet and The Beacon will remain a free download, so be sure to check it out if you haven't already. A new demo for Mafia III was released this week for the PS4. The demo includes the entire opening act of the game, which focuses on a bank heist and sets the stage for the storyline of Mafia III. Players will learn about Lincoln's history with the Italian Mafia and discover his motivation for seeking revenge. All progress made in the demo will carry over to the full game. Also released this week alongside the demo is the Faster Baby DLC pack, which includes a new area and gameplay that's heavily influenced by Hollywood action driving. Again, both the Mafia 3 demo and Faster Baby DLC are available now on the PlayStation Store. Sega announced this week that Valkyria Revolution will be launching in the Americas on June 27, 2017, for both the PS4 and PS Vita. Valkyria Revolution is a spin-off of the Valkyria Chronicles series that is heavily inspired by the European Industrial Revolution and focuses on a war of liberation between 2 opposing nations. The game features a combat system where players will customize squad behavior and loadouts while partaking in real-time action as they battle the evil Ruzi Empire, who harnesses the power of a Valkyria demigod. They also announced that PS4 pre-orders and limited launch copies of the game will come in the form of a special Vannergand edition, complete with a coat of arms pin, a 12-track soundtrack, as well as a specially designed box. Again, watch for Valkyria Revolution coming to both the PS4 and PS Vita on June 27, 2017. Enigami announced this week that their upcoming title Shynes, The Lightning Kingdom will release on the PS4 on April 18, 2017. Shynes, The Lightning Kingdom is an action RPG set in a universe on the brink of collapse after the fragmentation of planet Mahara. You will play as Chato and his companions whose flying ship has crashed on a hostile celestial island and find yourself amidst conflict between multiple kingdoms. Luckily, you have found a unique ability to communicate with a mysterious magical spirit called the Shynes, who may guide you to a peaceful outcome. The game features dynamic combat similar to a traditional arena fighter, where you will develop both physical and magical skills to overcome your enemies. Watch for Shynes, The Lightning Kingdom coming to PS4 on April 18, 2017. Square Enix announced this week that the free trial for Final Fantasy XIV is no longer restricted to 14 days. Players will now be able to level up all classes to level 35 without restriction. This will give players access to all content up to level 35, including the first 10 levels of the Deep Dungeon, and all the activities in the Gold Saucer. Square Enix has also stated that anyone that has previously downloaded the trial will have their existing accounts unlocked, so that they can pick up where they left off. The updated trial is available now on the PlayStation Store. SCA Studios announced this week that Sultan Sanctuary has finally made its way onto the PS Vita and is available now on the PlayStation Store. Sultan Sanctuary is a 2D action RPG that is heavily inspired by Dark Souls. You play as a faceless sailor that is fighting to survive after being shipwrecked on a mysterious island that lies between two warring nations. A large variety of armor, weapons, spells, and accessories are at your disposal as you battle through more than 20 bosses while avoiding traps and uncovering the island's mysterious secrets and hidden shortcuts. The game is cross-buy, so if you previously purchased Sultan Sanctuary for the PS4, it's now available for you to download on the PS Vita free of charge. Exceed announced this week that Akibas Beat will release in North America for both the PS4 and PS Vita on May 16, 2017. Akibas Beat is an action RPG that takes place in the same setting as Akiba's Trip, however without the M rating. The game takes place in Tokyo's Akibahara district and follows a group of disenfranchised millennials making their way through a story-focused mystery. Players will use party-based combat as they battle their way through delusionscape dungeons in action-packed battle sequences. The game also boasts over 22,000 fully voiced lines of dialogue spread across 180 characters in both English and Japanese. Watch for Akibas Beat coming to the PS4 and PS Vita on May 16, 2017. And that's all your PlayStation news for this week. We'll be back next Friday with a new episode, so hit that subscribe button. I'm Derek Deschamps. I'll see you next week.